Dear Elaina and Elijah, and whoever ever watches this, I'm starting something new. I like watching podcasts and listening to other commentaries all the time, from political stuff to religious stuff to stuff that just encourages you. But I've always thought about if I was ever to die early. I'm not typically a morbid person, but I don't think I'll live a long time. It's just the way I think. And then early in the year, we've had very successful people who were well known. I won't use the name in this video, who passed away early on in their life. Very tragic situation. And I thought to myself, if that was me, there are so many things, when you have children, you want to teach them. I think that's most parents who are intentional about parenting and care about their children, right? My father and my mother and my second mother have been in my life, since I've been here. My second mother came a little later, obviously, but all three of them have been there, and I think they've shown they love me very much. But a part of what they were trying to do as parents was being actual parents, not just being kind of like an armchair mom or dad, just sitting there and saying, "Oh, okay, yeah, I love you," from time to time, or not saying it at all, and really, or just being real passive about it. I think there are some people who do that with their children. They're just, they may pick them up from school, drop them off, what have you, but are not really active in their life. When I was a teacher, the last couple of years, I noticed that. I noticed that a lot of parents really, they would say stuff at parent-teacher conferences that made you think, oh, they probably read to them a little bit, but the more I conversed with them throughout the school year, you realize the parents weren't really that active, because children will tell the truth. I mean, you may act like one thing when you get to the parent-teacher conference, but your child, that student, will tell the truth. Okay, so my point being is that I wanted to kind of start something a little different. I had done podcasts in the past, been on podcasts and things of that nature, but I wanted to do something where if my children, if it just so happens I'm a religious man, so if it just so happens that God was to take me out of this world before they hit, say, 18 or 21 or 22 or what have you, I knew that there's a lot of things I would want to show them or teach them. I'm not the smartest person in the world. Not as gifted or as talented as, say, my father, who's very good in like different areas. He's just, there's a lot of people like that. They're good at multiple things, right? I'm not that good, but I'm fairly good at, resources or being in or having contacts with people. So, for example, I'm not good at taking out a toilet, right, or even fixing a flat. I know that's embarrassing, but I'm not good at it. Well, I know when my children get older, I would want to put them in contact with people who have those skills, because I believe they're important. I never learned them, and I think it'd be beneficial to them later on. That's the same thing with different kinds of wisdom, right? Because all wisdom, well, it's not all that wisdom is, but mostly what wisdom is applied knowledge, right? That from throughout the ages, throughout time, decades, what have you, persons have seen that it to be true. It works well. Okay, so it's taking knowledge, applying it to life, seeing it that there's an objective truth to it that you can pass down and be a benefit to others, regardless of culture, age, race, religion, what have you, right? And that's kind of what the thing I wanted to do with for my children, and try to do my best to keep every video under 5 minutes, because I think it can get very long, me just ranting, and I don't want to do that. So, to my children, Elijah's 3 years old now, as of July, I think today is July the 15th, 2020. My daughter's 2 years old. You all get older, speaking to Elijah and Elaina and to everyone who's watching, that I hope that you will take these videos and take these things that I'm speaking about and that I will speak about, and may they be a blessing to you. Hopefully I'll get to have you until you're young adults. Maybe see you have kids and married, maybe. But if I don't, hopefully you'll have some things to think about and chew on as you get older. Know that Daddy loves you always.